One of the most beautiful settings in the country for an outdoor sport, Emerald Downs, 50 miles from majestic Mount Rainier. Another morning of preseason training is on the horizon. Trainer Van Belvoor had a pair work a half-mile in company Thursday morning, March 12th. One of those was 88, a son of He's Tops, who was 2 for 3 as a juvenile last year.
Second and third, and behind them, who's your next X? It's 88 holding out in front by almost 3/4, now a length. In second placing Cannon, but 88 looks like he's just a little bit too good for this field. And he's a nice horse, 88. Big stride, and 88 will win easily. 88 by 3 to Cannon. 5 or 6 to Who's Your Next X. Got up to beat Silver Lake Max for the show. That could add some value to show parlays. And last, Holy Stack.
Belvoor won at nearly 30% over the second half of the season, and 88, the chestnut on the outside, didn't hurt. He was 2 for 3. His partner is a non-starting 3-year-old colt by He's Tops by the name of Roy's Tops. The pair were timed in 48 and 3/5 seconds. Tom Wenzel has a stable star, the Great Face, back in training for the 2009 season, and Fathom's Revenge is no slouch either. The 5-year-old by Snowbound was third in the Chinook Pass Sprint in the Washington Cup last September and worked 3/8 of a mile in 37 and 2/5. Her name is Sinful Music, and she's in today at Emerald Downs. What's the routine for a thoroughbred on race day? With help from David Tillett, assistant trainer for and son of head trainer Bill Tillett, we followed a 3-year-old filly through the cycle of events at Emerald Downs. It's before noon on the final Saturday of the season, and Sinful Music's in the first race. It's a maiden $7,500 claiming race for 3-year-old fillies, and Sinful Music has the outside gate, number 12, with leading jockey Seth Martinez scheduled to ride.
Put her in ice at 2 hours before the race. She actually runs in bandages and back, and so we put the bandage in back for support because she tends to slide on the surface and it tends to burn her heels. So we put what they call racing bandages on her back. And that's the patch and tape just to secure them tightly. And then she comes out of ice. And then we always do their feet up the day of the race with we use an iodine-based paint on their feet the day of the race, and it's to actually make them tougher. And so the impact is not, it's not desensitizing, but it actually toughens the foot. And then now we're getting ready to take her over and run her. We're pulling off the bandages off of her feet. And she's doing really good as far as calmness. Those are basically your paddock boots, and that's to keep a horse from jumping sideways or something and banging its legs together the day of the race.
Sinful Music's groom, Maria Trinidad Gonzalez, leads the filly to the receiving barn.
We're going to the receiving barn, which they draw blood on horses, their pre-race blood, and they also check the ID of the horse. They check the tattoo to make sure the horse's tattoo is correct and matches the horse, and get their number.
Sinful Music walks while the rest of the field gets checked by officials.
Now we're heading over to the paddock. And this is where I don't like to be too close to the horse in front. Like you see, the distance between horses is generally, because what happens is kind of a tight area in here, and you want to stay back because one horse could upset the whole group.
The saddling procedure includes Tillett, Gonzalez, and valet Ron Roberts.
On goes the non-slip pad, then the jockey saddle pad, then the number towel, and then she gets excited right here.
Sinful Music exerted some personality, but gets right back on task with cool heads around her.
Now we're going to turn her around and we're going to face her the opposite direction, and she's going to stand perfect. For some reason, she wanted to look out and not in. Trying to give her a little reassurance there's nobody behind her there. That's the undergirth, and then they will put a overgirth goes over the saddle and over the undergirth.
In the walking ring, Tillette meets with jockey Seth Martinez, and they go over last-minute instructions.
I just said she breaks a little slow and just she comes from off the pace, just try to have a clean trip. That was basically it, and whatever happened after that was up to him and the horse.
Next up, Sinful Music's third career start.
Is Sinful Music, and they'll be sent away for the Wicks purse, the first of the day on this Saturday, Gottstein Futurity Day. 6 furlongs there, all in. Destiny's Desire restless. Now they're set. Locked up, away and racing in the opener. Destiny's Desire, one of the best into stride.
Split horses here. He's kind of in between, and he's going to go ahead and drop over and save ground.
Sinful Music went to the rail as second last.
Now he catches the perfect trip, fence run the whole way.
Rails Run presents for Sinful Music, who's taking every advantage, and Sinful Music is rolling home in the centre. Little Cookie still led Nibbit at Dawn, and everything going the way of Sinful Music will come to the outside and is the one. Sinful Music has gone up to take the lead, has come from second last. Races past Nibbit at Dawn, and Little Cookie can't go on, but it is going to be Sinful Music and Seth Martinez driving right away in the stretch. And Sinful Music, much the best, takes the honours by about 3 lengths. Second, Nibbin at Dawn, Cascade Park was third from Little Cookie, who crumbled a little bit in the stretch.
She ran absolutely flawlessly, but he did a terrific job. He saved ground the whole way and moved her out when he needed to, and rode a great race. I got to give kudos to him for cutting the corner and, getting the job done the way he did.
I said, man, you had to kind of swing her to the outside, and he goes, yeah, you see me drop over heels. It took three steps over, and he said I had to come around and they were all slowing down.
Tillette expressed incredulity that the track handicapper was along for the ride.
Can't believe Joe Withy picked that horse.
The winner circles the icing on the cake. First time for Sinful Music, owned by Randy Migliaccio and Tim Peterson.
Seth, the man, did a great job.
The post-race routine went without a hitch, too. There was a happy group heading back to the stable area. It's been 8 hours of care and attention leading toward a race day effort, and it doesn't end there. Thanks to David Tillette, his crew, and everyone that makes the races go at Emerald Downs. And thanks very much to Sinful Music, making the story that much better by winning on cue.
I think it was you picked me and you just got lucky.
Tim McCanna has 8 training titles in 13 seasons of operations at Emerald Downs. He has plenty of young horses again this year, including these on Thursday. On the outside is Rooster City, who finished second to Gallant Sun in last year's WTBA Lads. The chestnut on the rail is Vicky's Fast Boy by Catawise, another 3-year-old. And the third, between horses, a non-starting 3-year-old. He's King'll Do, the full brother of 3-time state champ Queen'll Do. The threesome was timed in 49 seconds for a half mile. Seeking Emma, a regally bred daughter of Seeking the Gold and Emma Bovary, is getting ready for her 3-year-old campaign after displaying talent as a juvenile. The Doris Harwood runner went a half mile in 49 3/5. And Larry Wolf's barn was busy Thursday morning. Here's yet another 3-year-old. He's All Heart by Private Gold. His 3 furlong workout time was a quick 36 1/5 seconds. Opening day is Friday, April 17th.